Alrighty, this is Chris from MarketSwingTrader.com. I just want to let everyone know that this is an educational video. It's not an endorsement to purchase any stock or option or any futures. Make sure you consult a licensed financial advisor before investing any real money. I am going to be going over 3 stocks, but they are for my own personal use. Highly recommend the paper trade and to consult a licensed financial advisor before investing any real money. So today we've got the SPX. Now, yesterday we had a nice we had a nice run up yesterday. Today we had kind of a narrow range, and if you look real close in here, the high and the low right here, we actually closed within that. So, and the stochastics is overbought. So, we could roll over, but then again, I'm looking at my pivot point moving averages, and they are still sloping upward. And also, if you look at the 15-minute candles on the SPX, tomorrow's pivot for the S&P 500, the resistance pivot is 1285.34. The pivot is 1274.71, and the support pivot is 1270.69. Now, if you look in Tuesday, we just had a nice run up. We just gapped right up and we kind of held it. And that is what this market is doing. They're either gapping up or gapping down, and it's just all over. I thought it would not do that. I thought it would settle down, but you know, that's what it's doing. So, and then today we had a sell-off. We kind of started trading below the pivot point moving averages. We did not come down to the intraday support pivot. We closed above the pivot point moving averages, and then we kind of drifted upward after that. So tomorrow it looks like it's going to be a narrow range. So then again, we could gap up, we could gap down. Now, the stocks that I'm looking at, and the way that I trade is I look at daily buy triggers for me, and then I look to enter them on an intraday move. And also what I look for is I want to make sure that when I wake up in the morning that the market is not gapping up or gapping down. When the market did gap up, and there was 2 stocks that I was looking to get into. Well, the market gapped up. I think I was looking at Amazon. And Amazon, if we look on the 15-minute chart, when we had that gap up day and it gapped up, well, I just walked away from the trade. I didn't want to get into it because if you look here, I was like, okay, you know, we could run up, and we did. We had a nice good day. But I just walked away from the trade because we gapped up. And the same thing with Goldman Sachs. I was looking at Goldman Sachs the same way. But if you look at the 15-minute, it gapped up. As soon as it gapped up, I just walked away from the trade. That's not my trading plan. And when it does gap up like that, I just walk away from it. When it gaps down, I just walk away from it. Sometimes when it gaps down, you might be able to get into an intraday support pivot, and then it might hold it and then run back up and try to fill the gap. Sometimes I like to play those, sometimes I don't, and when I do play them, it's very light. I don't go heavy on my contracts, and I go light. And they're intraday moves. Now, the stocks that I am looking at, the first one I'm looking at is Joy Global. Joy Global. The reason I'm looking at it is because we have a nice basing pattern. We closed above the pivot point moving averages. The stochastics is starting to slope back upward. However, we got some resistance right here at $80. Okay, that is the monthly pivot. Since we are trading below that, that is resistance. If we could break above that, then I'm thinking next resistance is 87.75. However, this is going to be a short play for me because when I'm looking at a 15-minute candle, if we look today, we are trading below the pivot point moving averages. What I'm looking for, and the stochastics is running down, what I'm looking for, if the market does not gap up or gap down, what I'm looking for is for a move to come down to the pivot. And then I'm looking for a reversal candlestick pattern, maybe a doji candle or a hammer or something. And then once that closes above the pivot point moving averages, I'm looking to get in. Or if I have a reversal candle stick and I close above that doji, okay, or like right here, we started trading down. Okay, we had a nice reversal candle, bounced off, we closed above it. You could get in, let's say 76.60, and then get out at around $77. Make yourself 40 cents. You know, that's what I'm looking for. And also I'm looking to do that with options as well. So that's what I'm looking for at Joy Global. If we look at the options is we have a nice tight spread. It's after hours. We have good open interest. They are liquid. I'm not playing the weeklies because we only have 2 days expiration. That's not even enough time. Okay, so I'm not even going to play the weeklies. Okay, what you could do is you could just go ahead and buy an $80 strike. Probably what I'm looking to do is maybe go in at $80 strike, just outright buy the call and just move up on an intraday, try to make it a day trade. If not, then my total risk on the trade will be $1.79. So that is what I'm looking for on Joy Global. Okay, now all these trades, this one I'm looking for Joy Global is an intraday trade. I'm looking to play right off of these intraday pivots. I'm looking to get out and get in. If I do play Joy Global and I go in, let's say I go in, let's say 2 contracts. Go in 2 contracts on an intraday. It moves up. I sell a contract. If I want to swing it, then I hold on to that other contract, see what the next day will bring me. If I go in 10 contracts and I start making a profit, I start peeling some contracts off. That's how I like to play these trades, these quick intraday trades. That's what these are designed for. That's what I like them to do. If I want to swing trade it and try to get up to 87, try to make a little bit more money, of course we got 16 days to expiration. It's a quick trades, 1 or 2 days. That's it. I'm out. I will probably not even be holding them over the weekend, in and out. Okay, so next one is Bed Bath & Beyond. This one I like because the stochastics is starting to run back up. We're getting the separation in the stochastics. Okay, we closed above the pivot point moving averages. We closed above the monthly pivot. This is bullish, and I'm thinking we could probably close this gap right in here, and we could have a nice run upward. If we look at the intraday, same thing. We're trading below the pivot point moving averages. Same deal with Joy Global. Same thing with Bed Bath & Beyond. What I'm looking for is to come trade right down to the pivot, intraday pivot. I'm looking for a reversal candle. I'm looking for a close above that candle, and then I'm looking to start scaling in. I might go in 1 contract, 2 contracts, and then I close above the pivot point moving averages. Then I might go in, I might add 5 contracts and try to get 50 cents to start taking some contracts off. Get $1, take more contracts off. That's what I'm looking for. Nice quick intraday trades. And also the stop loss. Okay, if we close below this, if I'm swinging this and we close below the previous low here, I am completely out of all my contracts. That's with Joy Global. That's with any of my intraday trades. If we close below that, I'm not swinging it. I'm completely out no matter what. I'm done. Same thing with Joy Global. Close below this low, which is 75 1/4. Close below. If we close below 75.24 or below, I am completely out of all my contracts. I'm not even looking to swing trade this thing. Okay, that is what I'm looking for. So if we go and look at Southwestern Energy, this one I really do like. We have nice separation in the stochastics. It's running back up. We close above the pivot point moving averages. The only thing is we have resistance right here at 34.28. Okay, that's less than $1 move. We have resistance right there. And if we look on a 15-day at 34.28, 34.31, that right there. And if we come down and we get around this pivot, I'm looking to start scaling in, and I'm looking to start taking those calls off at 50 cents, a quarter, 50 cents, 75 cents, a dollar. I'm scaling in and I'm scaling out. If we close below that low of 33.27, we close below that low, I am completely out of everything. I'm not swing trading nothing. And also when I am entering these trades, like Southwestern Energy, I'm looking at this. The bid and the ask, 77 and 82. It is after hours. So that could be a nice tight spread. Also, the open interest is looking pretty decent. All right, but the thing is, we got 16 days to expiration. All right, so when I'm looking to play these kind of calls, if you buy one contract and you go to 8, and that's 82 cents, you got to be willing to lose all that money. That's the thing with calls. But see, when I'm doing with my intradays is I know my stop loss. I know when I'm getting in. I know when I'm getting out. So, and let's say like right here, if I played this call right here, we closed above the pivot point moving averages. We start bouncing off this support, this pivot, and I jump in. We did not close below that low, so I'm still in. We did not close below that low. I'm still in. When we get let's say 32, let's say got in at 32.60, and you get in at 32.80, that's 20 cents. I mean, if you're not playing calls, you're playing straight up common shares, you might start scaling out. That is how I play these. We did not close below that low, I would still be in. Did not close below that low, I'm still in. As you can see right here is when I'll be getting out. Actually, I'd probably just be getting out because of the resistance pivot here. We're in, we had a nice move, I'm completely out. So if you got in, let's say at 32, let's just round it, 32.50, and you get out, let's say at 32, let's see, 32.50, and you get out at 33. That's a 50-cent move. What I'm going to show you is real quick on the theoretical pricing. Okay, so let's say you buy it. Let me delete this. Let's say, okay, theoretical pricing. You got 80 cents. Theoretical pricing 80 cents. If we move up 50 cents, so right there, the stock price adjustment moved up 50%. Now the option of that call that you bought at 82 is now worth $1.03. So there you go. You make yourself a nice little quick profit and you get out. That's how I play these when I'm day trading options. This is how I day trade options. I look for daily buy triggers because the momentum is up. Why would I try to be swinging something going long on intraday when this thing is selling off and we're below the pivot point moving average? We closed above here. Boom. I get in. I try to get that move and I get out. Like right here. We closed above it. If you got in right here, I mean, the open was 38.13. The high was 38.99. I mean, you got yourself a 50-cent move right there. In, out, sell half, move to a break even. Don't let a winning trade turn into a losing trade. Let's go back. Okay, right here, stochastics was oversold. We closed above the pivot point moving average. Boom, you get in right there. Let's say you get in at the open at 34.84 and a high of 35.75. There you go. You got yourself a 25-cent move. A 25-cent move. Let's say tomorrow it moves 25 cents. Okay, 82 cents. You went in and you can sell it at 91 cents. Big deal. You might not think, okay, big deal. That's just roughly, let's say, round it, 10 cents. Okay, let's say you can make a 10-cent profit. Okay, one contract, that's $10 profit. Okay, after commissions, you still make yourself a profit. Don't let a winning trade turn into a losing trade. And this is how I trade intradays for options. Okay. Now the whole thing is you got to make sure they're liquid. You got to have tight spreads. Test the waters. I like testing the waters. Jump in a couple contracts. If you can't get filled quickly on 2 contracts, then you know you're not going to get filled when you want to get out on 2 contracts. So why would someone jump in with 10, 20 contracts? Okay, you jump in with 20 contracts and it was hard to get filled, and all of a sudden you do get filled and you need to get out and you can't get out and you got to get out of that market and you lose money. That's not good. Always look for liquid trading stocks when you are trading options. So I'm going to be going over more in detail, but tomorrow let's do a follow-up. I'm going to do a follow-up on Joy Global, Bed Bath & Beyond, and Southwestern Energy, and I'm just going to see how the trades played out. That's it, and also this is educational video. This is not endorsement to purchase any stock or option. These trades are my own personal trades. If you do trade, make sure you trade with paper money, and also consult a licensed financial advisor before investing any real money. And that's it. Thanks. Have a good trading day.